It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Amir Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cousins on first down. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Dalvin Cook, the Vikings.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's third down.
On third down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen from down at the 12. It's first and 10. Cousins now to throw on first down. This will be caught at about the 5.
Cousins pass.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Gain of 7.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Back to the ground, Cook. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Cook on the toss left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Rivers going to bring the Colts out first and 10 at the 20. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue?
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
First and 10.
So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
Cousins pass.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown? That guy right there, Kyle Rudolph.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Being chased out left. Dancing to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The ball carrier.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up. Because otherwise, this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The ball carrier.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Intercepted.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
On 2nd down and 4. Rivers, he'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
1st and 10 at the 20.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Taylor. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Here's Rivers. Call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end, but now it's 3rd and goal. A big play for goal. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they picked up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw with the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rivers. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate, Stephon Diggs, to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Cousins now from the 50. Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now Cousins on fourth down. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a give to Taylor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the
throwing, Rivers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. 3rd and long for Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Open man is Trey Burton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
He's tackled at the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, Rivers. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he will score. score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, 40 yards. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on 2nd and 6, Rivers, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the...
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins buying time to his left. And he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to...
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
2nd and short now following the fumble. They try again with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
48-yard line.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw, Rivers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Jack Doyle. Incomplete. It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paul Richardson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. He's got Burton here. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That'll be complete to Cook. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action now. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again.